What's up, YouTube watchers? Today this video is about Kohler valve, not the actual cartridge valve. This one, they come in a package of, so this is a pressure balancing valve and this is a valve. I'm gonna make a different video for this, or they just come in the video as well. So today I wanna talk about stem valves. They also call them shadow valves. So the Kohler, they got tons of different models. So I'm just just gonna talk about one of the models that I don't know exactly what models are housing, but I know the model of this stem valves. So I'm gonna show you close by. So yeah, there's something missing here. So that's what I want to talk about. So what's missing here is the O-ring. So I'm gonna show you the one of the new ones. This is a for different model. I'm just showing you this, but you can see the O-ring. So this one is used, it's missing. This one is new. So what's missing here is the O-ring right here. So I want to talk about this because that's what happens when you live in a building, or you live in a condo building or apartment building. In order to replace the shadow valves, to replace the cartridge, sometimes what happen, you gotta check this one if it's holding. If it's not holding, that means the O-ring is missing. So most of the time, so the Kohler product is really tricky at the point. Sometimes if plumber comes and he's not familiar with this type of cartridge, so when you shut the cold line off, let's say, right? Cold line, usually the O-ring's still there. This usually happens to hot line. So when you shut the cold line, so there's a spring inside. The spring blocks the hot line in this pressure balancing valve. So how it works, that means, let's say your cold line has an O-ring, but hot line O-ring is missing. So let's say you shut this one off, let's say with the one has an O-ring in it, and then you shut this one off too, the hot line. So what happens, that water stops, right? Just because of you shut the cold line, and then spring pushes the pressure balancing valve unblocks the hot line. But as soon as you unscrew the valve, the cartridge, this cartridge, and then you try to remove it, and then you see like water is gushing, and you can flood the unit like this. So in order that doesn't happen, there's a trick to it. So I'm gonna post different video for that. So, and why these cartridges, they go bad sometimes, not all the time, sometimes just because of this. So in a hot line, there's about between 150 and 120 degree water. So what happens, this one heats up too much. It's a rubber, it doesn't last that long. Maybe I would say if maybe 10 years. Some places might last a little longer depending on the water temperature, and then how much chlorine in the water, because you can see the corrosion. So this is the old one, both of them. Yeah, so at this point both of them was missing cold and hot line. So what happened, that rubber gets stuck in the pressure balancing valve. That's why you turn the knob in your shower, and then you see, okay, either you don't have a hot water at all, or you get warm water. So it can be adjusted in the cartridge, but that's not the only issue. Sometimes you just go full, and you don't still get hot water, really hot, that you can take a shower. So it's just a warm water. There's several reasons. So one of the reason is this is the O-ring. O-ring cuts into pieces, and get stuck in the pressure balancing valve or get stuck in the valve itself. So that's the issue. So what I recommend when you get a plumber, mostly in a condo building, because in single family house you can go and shut the water from your basement or crawl space, but in a condo building or apartment building, this is for the landlords. You might find this video useful. So this is the issue. So remember, you might get this part if you know the model number, which I don't know the model number because I emailed Kohler and they sent me, they told me that's the model number, but they sent me different O-ring. So for this particular one, I got a model number for you. So I'm going to repeat that a couple times so you can write down. So the model number is 1060514. Once again, so this is the kit, like a whole kit comes with that model number here. There's a brass O-ring, there's a big rubber O-ring for this side, and that's a cap. So cap means it doesn't, plug the water, it's just a cap for this, so when you don't unscrew this all the way. So, and I'm gonna tell the size for the socket for this, which is 7/8 of an inch. So remember. So actually, what I recommend, to subscribe to my channel and then leave comments. So this way, whenever you have this issue, if you have the same product, you want to work on or tell your plumber, so please subscribe and leave a comment. So this way, you don't have to spend, more time to look for my channel. Once again, I'm going to repeat the model number. The model number is a 1060514 for this particular model. So this is what's included there. So that's going to be, you're going to find like here, I'm trying to separate this because this, okay, let's leave this. So it comes a big O-ring, it comes with the brass washer, so it comes with this type of valve, which O-ring is missing here. I'm gonna show you again in this model. Okay, this is the O-ring, has to be here, but it's missing. And it comes with this cap, which is a 7/8 of an inch. So if for any reason, like, you need to go buy it at the store, you don't wanna buy whole kit, 7/8 of an inch. So, and this one you just use a regular screwdriver, flat screwdriver. I would say maybe like the best one is gonna be like at least like a 10 millimeters wide. I would say like maybe 3/8 of an inch wide. You don't use the small one because you're gonna ruin this. If you use a small screwdriver, just regular screwdriver, so this, when you try to turn it, you might, because it's a brass, it's kind of soft, you're gonna ruin this. So not to ruin this, if you can get the O-ring for this, so you can reuse this, because this is brass, still good condition. You can clean it a little bit with the metal brush, and then you still can use this. The only thing you need is a new O-ring, also a new O-ring, the big one for this side. So how does this work? So let's see, you got an O-ring here. Next comes is a brass ring. You put it here. And then next comes is a rubber O-ring, big one for this side. Not for this side, there's two O-rings, one big, one small. So you put it on this side. So what you do, you screw this first. And then you screw this cap. So why the cap is there? Because if you don't have a cap and you try to, you shut this water down to replace this, and then in case that you finish replacing this, now you want to unscrew this, so you don't have a control without this one. So this pretty much stopper for this. So you screw this one and then it stops. So when you unscrew this, so it doesn't go all the way. That's why there's an O-ring for this one. So pretty much, that's it about they call it stem valves or they call it shuttle valves, whatever they call. This is one of the Kohler product models. So I don't know exactly the housing, which housing, but this is the model. So if you look at the back of it, so this is how it looks. I can give you the model number for this one. If the cartridge gonna be the same model like this, that means they have this the shut-off valve into it. So actually, let me see. Does it show here something? No, here. So you can take a look at the model number closely. You can write this down in case you might need it. And they also come individually, just different model, just without the pressure balancing valve, just the valve itself. And I'm gonna do a separate video for this one, so how to use it and how to change this cartridge. Okay, so that's it for this video. Please write your comments, you know, anything. I know I deal a lot with this type of valves, you know, so if anything like I can tell you more about this, please, you know, subscribe and leave comments and I'll get back to you. Okay, thank you.